Hello friends, and welcome to my January 2022 Plan With Me video. It's so crazy that we are already in 2022. Well, not yet, I'm recording this in December 2021, so I think you get what I mean. So for this theme, I decided to do a winter style theme with a lot of snowflakes that I got from stamps in Flying Tiger, and I decided to play with gouache and the water, which is quite something new that I never tried before. So right here I just painted a J for January, and I tried to do something interesting with the colors, and this theme will be a lot of blues and silvers. So if you like snow and the winter aesthetic, this theme might be the one for you. So as the J dries, I decided to do some color swatches to make the headers of my trackers and spreads, just to save some time while the main piece is drying. Talking about main piece, I decided to do this big page with this ombre in blue and white. It's like dark shades of blue with lighter shades of blue and then white. I decided that I wanted to use this as the cover page art piece, and I quite regret that I didn't do like some trees, like the snowy trees that I'll show you at the end of the video, that I didn't record unfortunately, but I think that being this simple is way better than worrying about making some illustrations. So a technique that I really enjoyed making this painting is to apply the paint directly to the paper and then just blend the colors. But it's a really simple painting. It's not that hard, as you can see. I'm not a painter, so I think this is easy for everyone that it's not considering like being a painter, or I think that makes sense what I said. I don't really think that I'm good at painting, but somehow this managed to be a good painting for myself, and I've been painting a lot during these days because I've been watching some YouTube videos about artists that do these paintings, and I felt so inspired. So right now I'm just cutting the paintings that I've done, just to make like a little squares for you to use when I see when I see if they fit the page. So back to my notebook, just placing the two pieces that I wanted to include, which were this huge painting and the J. I glued with the double-sided glue tape, and on the J I decided to do like a pop-up kind of style for the J, so you'll be seeing me using two papers just to make the J pop up on the page. Right now I am using my silver acrylograph, and in case you want to get something from Archer in Olive, make sure to use my affiliate code Danos Bujo 10 for 10% discount. And as I was saying, I'm using the silver acrylograph to make these dots to represent the snow in a windy kind of vibe, aesthetic. I don't know, it just feels wonder and Christmassy, but not Christmassy, more like winter style, which I really love. Here in Portugal I don't usually see snow that frequently, so like I did in December, I decided to do something that I don't usually see on my bullet journal, and somehow that makes sense for me and makes me happy, so this theme actually turned out really good and I'm so proud of it. Speaking about this snow kind of style and the stems of the snowflakes, this theme, like this part of the theme that you see, is highly inspired by 𝐦𝐨𝐿 art. You can find her on Instagram and YouTube, and I will link her Instagram and social media on my description down below, as well as my discount codes, so check it out to see how she did her amazing themes in blackout paper, yes. And yeah, I'll leave here a photo of her theme that I was inspired, and I hope you check her out because she is a lovely person that is really close to my heart. So as you see, I'm just doing these little tops. It's not tops, but little papers that I try to glue at the center just to make the J pop up. I tested it before, and in case you want to know how I did this little pop-up thing, it's actually just folding papers and placing them on the page. But in case you have doubts and you want to try it out, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to make like a Reels or a TikTok just explaining that. I also added this quote that says, "When snow falls, nature listens," by Antoinette von Cleef. And I found this quote on Pinterest, and I really loved it. I used the Notebook Therapy alphabet typewriter stamps to make this quote, and I have a discount code as well, that is Danos Bujo, and you'll get 10% discount as well. Moving on to my tracker spreads, I'm doing here the headers for each tracker in this colored paper that I did before, and I use a silver acrylic graph to write mood trackers and habit trackers. For these two pages, I decided to do, like, for the habit trackers, a lot of habits to track on 2022 in January, because I think I'm going to mix work related tasks with habits as well, things that I want to try and things that I want to do, like that I must do. So for the habit tracker, since this is a blackout paper, I can't really use my calendar stamps as I've been using for a long time, so I decided to make these white dots to represent the days of the week in a small calendar, and once I did a habit, I will color one of these dots in the corresponding day. For the mood tracker, I decided to do again this snowy wind style illustration, I think I can call that, and I'll be basically stamping snowflakes from that stamp set that you see in the video, and I will basically just use each snowflake as a mood. And I decided to organize them in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, being 1 a bad day and 5 a great day. Now I'm just cutting the I don't know how to call that. I'm going to call it paintings, because they are, and I'm going to use these paintings as the titles for the habit trackers. I think that is quite well explained. But as you can see, I'm basically just doing a ombre of the color blue to a lighter shade of blue for these habit trackers, and it looks really pretty in my perspective, and I really liked how it turned out. I think that in total there's 16 habits to track. I could be wrong, but I think I'm not. But you see, there's a lot of habits, but I'm just trying this spread to see if I actually need to have this list and I can manage to place everything like I need, and I'll see in the later this month. So these are the tracker spreads that I did for my mood and habit tracker, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. I hope you are enjoying this setup. I know I'm talking a little bit faster sometimes, but overall I'm really excited for this theme, and I hope you are enjoying it. For the rest of my tracker spreads, I did here my sleep and work tracker and my expense tracker. For the sleep and work, I have been using it a lot, like every month, and I'm sure that some of you already know about the sleep and work tracker that I use, but if you don't know, here I track basically my sleep hours and my productivity, like editing, recording, all of that stuff that I usually work. And I do this in a table where I put the hours of the day on top, and on the side the days of the month. I use a silver acrylic graph to write those, so it's a little bit transparent when you see in the video, but it looks really pretty when you see in person. For the expense tracker, I decided to do 2 lists and 1 list for the incoming. The first 2 lists are for my expenses, like the description and the price, and for the last one that you see on the bottom is my incoming and the price that I received. Now I'm just playing with my painting to make little squares. This is just a try. I'm trying something new to see if it works for my liking, and actually I really like how it turned out, but it's just a small decoration that you can include in your spread. I cut it these squares / rectangles, and I did the snow vibe that I've been doing so far. And basically there's a lot of dots to make this effect, and I must confess that this wouldn't be the same if it was used with white acrylographs. I love using the silver for the snow effect. I think that it complements the magic of snow kind of thing, and it contrasts and shines a lot on black paper, so I'm really happy that I use silver instead of white for this effect. I also used the white gel pen from 𝐦𝐿𝐼 for the lists and just to make the lines, and those gel pens are amazing, and they come on the December subscription box that I will link in the description down below in case you are curious about where I got these gel pens. But overall, this is my sleep and work tracker and my expense tracker. Let me know in the comments if you like this type of spreads, if you are like productive, or if you need help to be productive. I will link also when it's up my sleep and work tracker, like productivity trackers spreads for my blog post on 𝐸𝐼, but it's not currently up, but it will be soon, hopefully, and I will link that in the description. So if you see this later, like in January, probably the blog post is already up. But yeah, these are also some of my favorite spreads. I actually am really obsessed with this theme, and yeah. Okay, get ready for my favorite calendar that I've done in a long time. I think this calendar was the perfect calendar that I could ever done. And basically here I did the calendar, obviously, but the fun thing that I did was a painting of the blue, the same thing that I did before, but I added it's not a Christmas tree, it's a pine tree. I think that's the correct name. And I added a pine tree covered with snow that unfortunately I didn't record, and here it is. It's really beautiful and I'm in love with this painting. And as I was saying, I didn't record, unfortunately. I thought that this painting would be trash, but it didn't turn out trash. So it was a bummer, but it's easy to make it, and if I could do it, you can also do it. I promise you, it's really easy. I just played with the black and then just little touch of white and it's done. Literally that easy. I used stamps for my days of the week, and I painted in silver, and I also added I don't know, it's the end of the video and I still don't know how to call this windy snow kind of thing. I just know that I am obsessed with it. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, since I watched Hailey's snow team, and I'm really proud of the outcome, and thank you so much to Hailey for allowing me to use this theme, because it's really amazing and it's just my aesthetic, honestly. And as I said before, check out 𝐤𝐿𝐼 at Instagram, because she really deserves all the love and support, because this is so amazing and I'm so happy that she allowed me to make it. So props to you, Hailey. And yes, this is my calendar for my weekly spreads. You can use it at the beginning of your theme, but I like to leave it at the end, because I use it more for my weekly spreads and it's more organized for me. But yeah, that's my theme basically. So let me know in the comments which spread did you like the most. If you want to see a paint tutorial for this the blue knight with the pine tree, just let me know if you want to see a painting tutorial. It's easy. I could also do in a live stream, maybe. I tried that earlier, and it was so fun to make live streams with you. So here's my final flip through. I hope you liked this video. If you liked, please like and subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you know when a new video is up on my channel, and leave a pine tree emoji on the comment section so I know that you are a real one and you watched this video until the end. Have a lovely night. What I'm saying? Have a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye friends!